What is up, guys? Welcome to Wild Rift University. I am Thing1, and today we're going to have a really cool topic for you and a really interesting game and a great game to really learn from. If you've never watched my channel before, I'm a jungle main, Grandmaster Vanquisher 1 last season, and this is a game actually from last night. And basically what this channel's goal is, in case, like I said, you haven't watched before, we go over the high-level micro and macro aspects of the game, teaching you how to become a better player and learn how to think and move around the map like a high elo player with your decision-making and your map awareness. So if you're looking for a watch me own people video or a combo video or this is the newest OP build type video, this is probably not the videos for you. But if you're actually wanting to get better and improve at the game, this is a great video for you. And all my videos would be great videos for you. So like and subscribe to the channel. I've helped lots of players already improve their rank and grow to higher ranks that they wanted to be. If you follow these steps, I guarantee that you will get better and you will learn. So what's going to be the point of this video, guys? The point of this video is actually, I'm going to be talking about and this is something that we've all run into, where you play really well and you do everything right and you still end up losing the game. And sorry, I had to get my settings correct. And they were kind of messed up. I don't want it to be where you can see the enemy walking around so that we have a real in-game experience. So I was like, wait, which one was it? I was like trying to remember. But yeah, we all have those games where it's like, man, I feel like I did everything right. There was nothing else I could have done, and I still lost this game. I played so well. If my teammates would have just played a little bit better, we would have easily won this game. Or, if my teammates would have listened to me, we would have won this game. It's not fair. Why do I always get bad teammates? Well, if you're always... So here's the truth of the matter, guys. You're not going to get better at this game by having good teammates, okay? You're just not. If you think that's how you're going to get better at the game, you're never going to improve. Because the truth of the matter is, you don't improve at this game by winning or by having good teammates. You improve at this game by finding the small mistakes that you make and then executing them and then improving on them, okay? That's how you actually get better. Now, like I said, a lot of time, most people, they just don't want to admit that or listen to that. They don't want to hear that. They just want to hear, for me, I get bad teammates. Why do I always get the bad teammates? My enemy team always gets the good teammates, and I'm stuck with having to carry people who feed, okay? How you get better at this game is basically getting micro wins that turn into macro wins. It's small concepts that you adapt to your game that make you a more consistent player. What do I mean by that? So as one example, this is going to be a great example right here. And I also did the beginning. So as you see, I'm just attacking the minions right here. Or I mean the jungle camp. What I should have done, because what basically would have happened is my goal would have been to either go to blue or rotate to mid like I am. If I would have pulled the camp towards the direction that I want to go, I could have rotated a lot faster. Here's another one. See? I jumped in, I ulted late, and then when I shot my ult, I missed. If I hit my ult, the Janna would have died right there, and the Lee Sin would have been much lower, and he may not have engaged on that fight. But all because I missed my ult, they have the Janna alive, who's creating shields, who's creating tornadoes for her team, which is in turn changing the team fight. The Janna was there to ult and help her team. That whole team fight was basically semi-lost, even though we technically won, or I mean, it was really a tie, a 1-for-1. No, a 2-for-1 actually, because I did kill a Yasuo. A 2-for-1. It was technically lost because of me. If I didn't miss my ult, when I shot it, Janna would have died, the Lee Sin would have been lower, he probably wouldn't have engaged, and we probably would have came out with a 2-for-0. And if the enemy team kept engaging, we probably would have killed them, because Janna was what allowed that team to engage and win that fight. But the truth of the matter is, most of you watching this, well, maybe not you guys watching this, because if you're watching this video, you're actually wanting to get better at the game, you're actually wanting to improve, you understand the concept of maximum responsibility. But a lot of players, they would look at that situation and say, God, my team sucks. How does my team suck so bad? Like, I'm already 4-0 and they couldn't just win a team fight after I just killed a bunch of people and got and just got everybody low. That would have been their mindset. Because the problem is, they don't know how to break down the game. Because in the game, everybody thinks they played perfect. You know, I didn't realize how bad I messed up in that team fight until I watched it. Now, yeah, I did great. And then right here, why am I going on the Janna? Okay? Why don't I help my team with the Lee Sin? Like, this is stupid. Like, absolutely idiotic. I'm going after the support. When I'm fed, if I actually help on the Lee Sin, we kill the Lee Sin, and we probably win the team fight. But I choose the least important character to go after. I don't go after the ADC. I don't go after the jungler. I go after the support. Okay? This is one of the things that, like, lots of players, they don't realize. They go in the game and they think now, like, oh, man. And the other thing is, I had a shutdown goal. I just gave a shutdown goal to Lee Sin. Now Lee Sin, who's not doing nearly as good as me, basically has the same amount of gold as me. So this is just like a big aspect. Like I said, in this game, I'm not going to talk about what my teammates did wrong. Because obviously I could talk about like, oh, they were overextended and everything. So I'm at no point in this game really going to go over the things that my teammates are doing wrong. I'm only going to point out things that I'm doing wrong. Because like I said, the only way you're really going to improve is if you find the things that you do wrong to make you a better player. Because the game's all about, like once I said once again, becoming a more consistent player. How do you become a more consistent player? You find the small mistakes that you make by watching the video and accepting, you know what, if I would have done this differently, that team fight could have been different. Or this could have been different. Or we would have got that tower, so on and so forth. But people don't want to do that. People don't want to accept that for themselves because we live in a victim mentality world. Nothing's your fault. Everybody gets a participation trophy. Everybody did a good job. And even Riot in Wild Rift, unfortunately, it even semi-builds a participation trophy culture as well. Like if you play, I'm originally was a League of Legends player. There is no mercy if you lose. If you lose LP. And if you lose consistent games, you start losing more LP than you gain as well. Not in Wild Rift though. In Wild Rift, it's 1-for-1, and then every so many games you get a free block. And if you win a bunch of games in a row, you get multiple blocks as well. So here's another example, okay? If I would have been paying attention to the map, like, I would have saw that my teammate was getting engaged on sooner, but I started my red. You know, I was just assuming that, like, hey, he's going to get away. But you have to realize, okay, like, especially if you're playing solo queue, this isn't a solo queue game. So for me, it makes that even more frustrating because some of the mistakes we made were communicating. But looking at this from a solo queue game aspect, I see my teammate getting engaged on. Well, why don't I just go up there and help him right there? You know, why am I sitting there farming the red when my teammate's getting engaged on, when I could be pushing over, and I know I'm strong. So if I go over there, there's a good chance that we're gonna probably get a kill as well. And I might even get a shutdown, you know, if somebody has gold on them, okay? So I want you guys to take the time and think about these things. There's another thing that I really did wrong in this game, actually, and I'm gonna pause the video real quick. So if you watch my videos consistently, there's one thing that you'll notice. So it's kind of hard. I should have paused it a little sooner, but I built my full tier boots early. So after I finished Yomi's, I actually went straight into boots. Why the heck would I do that? Why? So that's another great example of something I did wrong. Like some of these fights that we were in, we probably could have killed more people if I wouldn't have built full boots right away, and I would have just built more into damage and stayed on my first tier boots. I talk about this a lot in my videos, that like when you're really ahead, yeah, you need some boots, but don't finish the boots, go more damage, unless you realize like the reason why you're not getting killed is because people are getting away from you. People aren't getting away from me because I'm not fast enough. I'm Riven. I'm one of the fastest champions in the game. I'm one of the most elusive and slippery champions in the whole game. People aren't getting away from me because of speed, okay? If I would have not finished my boots, that would have given me an extra 500 gold where I could, or 600 gold. I could have built a long sword, finished my black cleaver sooner and everything, which would have impacted fights more. But even my build was kind of troll. Like, and a lot of people would say, no, that's not troll. There's nothing wrong with building the boots early. This is the high level micro and macro stuff that people think about when trying to win. Like even this look at this Lee Sin. Look at his items. He's not finishing his boots. Look at this Darius. He's not finishing his boots. Look at this their freaking ADC, Xayah. She's not why is she not doing it? Because she knows she has enough speed right now. She has enough elusiveness that it's more beneficial for her to actually build more damage. And the thing is, I didn't even listen to myself because when I built those boots, I was telling myself, I probably shouldn't build those boots. I was like, you know what? If I'm faster, it'll be even harder for them to get away from me and I'll kill even more people. But the truth of the matter is, I tell people this all the time and I didn't even listen to myself. We all do this. And if I would have had extra damage, it probably would have changed some of our team fights even a little bit more. This is another thing. So that look, you have multiple things. One, I didn't rotate. First one, I missed my ult and didn't activate I didn't activate my ult soon enough. And then I missed my ult, which really impacted that one team fight. Two, I didn't leave the red. Two, I engaged on the Janna rather than engaging on the ADC or the jungler. Then I started my red, and instead of going straight down to help with the Darius, I did that. There, I saw the Lee Sin kick in, and I just went in instead and blew a flash for no reason. Why would I try and do that after the Lee Sin kicked? I immediately should have left because they already had a bunch of people right in the mid lane. Okay, these are little things that make big differences because now I don't have a flash. That flash is either engaged, and here's another thing. I'm super far ahead, and look what I'm doing. I'm building still super defensive. I just built Gargoyle. Why am I not building more damage to help carry this game? I'm playing to not lose. I'm not playing to win. I'm not playing to carry. And you guys hear me talk about this all the time. Like when you're the Fed player, your responsibility is so much more. Like I'm inting my team basically. Because if I would have just built normal boots and continued to build damage, now that's over 1,100 gold. That's a BF sword. That's 45 extra damage an attack. Plus when you combine it with my empowered auto attacks. Like, we're talking massive damage being missed in team fights. Here's another example. Here's another example, okay? Let's look at this team fight. Okay? So here we go. I'm going in. This is all good. I back up. If you watched some of my other videos yesterday, I talked about like backing up, but not backing up too far because you're being too aggressive or like when you disengage from a fight, you want to disengage in a way that makes you safe, but you don't want to disengage in a way that makes you unable to help the team. And here I am backing up so far that I'm unable to help the team. And now I'm in a position where I can't really fight and help the team. And I'm the strongest person on the team. It's just bad map positioning. Like, why would I go towards the river when I could have just went out towards the lane in order to break out? Now here, I'm doing something good. And, there's a lot of things I am doing good, guys, in this game. Obviously, like, I'm super strong, I'm super fed. But the point of this game isn't to be like, oh, look at all the things I did right, look how well I did. Because obviously I'm playing well. I'm 6-1-3. I have, the first dragon. So there's no debate that I'm playing well, okay? But I know what I'm doing right, okay? The things what I don't know is what I'm doing wrong that's causing us to lose the game. That's what I don't know. And that's what's actually going to help me improve. That's what's going to actually help me improve as a player. Learning the things that I'm actually doing wrong to make me a better player. To help me win.
Your team has slain the Rift Herald.
So, I really hope you guys really pay attention to this video and actually get the concepts that I'm talking about, because, like I said, this really is the way to improve at the game. It really is the way to improve at the game. You're not going to improve it. Like, look at this right here. I just go in ham. I'm worth shutdown gold. I'm worth a ton of shutdown gold. This is super risky play right there. Super risky. It pays off because my team pays off, but like, this is super risky. And then I go all in. Look at this, okay? So the fact that I go in all ham, it's one, super risky because I'm fed and I'm worth shutdown gold. And basically, if I die, because look at this. I'm literally in the middle of 4 people all by myself. Look where my team is. If I die here, this is just absolutely massive. Okay? Now, I don't die. My team does a good job falling up. We get the kill. And look what I do. I should have turned... If I just turn around and stop chasing the one-off player and help my team kill the Darius, we get an easy kill here. I'm still alive, and I don't die. And then they're able to kill the Xayah. We literally kill all of them. We would have killed all of them right here. We would have had 3 people up and the Rift Herald going straight down the middle. But what did I do? I threw that team fight because I didn't want to because I was too focused on kills versus helping my team. I was too focused on kills. Right here, I'm just gonna say this: attack the freaking tower. Okay, please attack the tower. Please attack the tower. Because we didn't attack the tower, it literally lives. Which this ends up being a huge play. But, you know, I can't blame my teammate there because if I just would have done the right thing and re-engaged on the Darius rather than chasing the Xayah after I killed the Janna, we would have killed the Darius. I would have had more health. I wouldn't have taken all those hits from the Xayah. And then we would have still killed the Xayah and we would have had 3 people up. So for sure we would have gotten that tower. It's just like unbelievable, like why I would do that. And here I'm diving. This is another thing. Like, okay, look at this. Okay, watch. We get a great engage. I go in. We get some good damage. What do? I'm chasing their whole team. Why not just back up and help kill the Yasuo real fast versus chasing the whole team 1v4? And then I die. I'm putting my team at a disadvantage again. Being the strongest player, putting them at a disadvantage, and making it easier for my team to lose. But once again, what happens is people look at this game, they look at their stats, and they say, you know, one other thing that we kind of was really unfortunate, as you can see, our Kennen right here just randomly went AFK.
Ally slain.
That changes the whole game as well, or that changes the whole thing. It's like, unfortunate thing, you know, the tower thing, the Kennen unfortunately going AFK for a moment, that changes a lot of things. But the truth of the matter is, the Kennen going AFK would not have mattered if I wouldn't have engaged on the whole team all by myself. See how these little mistakes that I'm doing, I'm carrying the game. I'm playing the best in the game. But let's pause and think about this again, okay? Let's pause and think about this. All those mistakes that I can't remember all of them. Like, it's the, you guys remember. There's just all those little mistakes. The going in on the support rather than going on the ADC in the jungle. The engaging, the missing my ult, the doing the red while I'm supposed to be, and here I miss a smite, you know? I don't put too much hate on myself when a smite gets missed. I hate missing a smite. Here, I spend too much time getting the... Why am I just doing the blue versus helping my team? Like, I understand, like, I smited it to try and get some health, but, like, just do the blue. I mean, just help the team. But notice how these small mistakes are adding up. Right here. Why are we fighting a full health ADC with a Janna? Why aren't we just backing? Like, I could be pinging my team to back, but instead, you know, I'm fighting. We're fighting. You know, our Corki should have been with us. He wasn't, but because of the fact he wasn't with us, I should have pinged my team to back. Because you're gonna have situations like that. Yes, like, and you'll get mad saying like, oh, if he was just there, we would have won the fight. Yeah, if the Corki was there, guess what? We probably would have won that fight. But the truth of the matter is, I saw the Corki wasn't there, but what did I do? I continued to fight anyway. Another little mistake. Pay attention to the map. Pay attention to what's going on. If your carry champions are not with you, it's probably not a good idea to go in and fight. But right now, basically what's going on in my mind is I'm so focused on like carrying the game and trying to win the game that I'm actually doing small mistakes that aren't huge, but it's slowly losing my team the game. I say this all the time, all my videos. When you're the fed player, you have the most responsibility. because the team is counting on you to do the damage, they're counting on you to get the kills, and I'm doing small little mistakes that are costing my team kills. And the truth of the matter is, I've died to the Xayah a couple times. I'm giving her shutdown gold. I've given the Lee Sin shutdown gold. These are massive mistakes. These are massive mistakes. They look small, and like in the grand scheme of big mistakes, they're small, especially compared to like the mistakes that my teammates have been making. But the truth of the matter is, if I don't make these mistakes, I put my team in a better situation to come out ahead. And it's my responsibility as the Fed player to keep my team in positions to help them come out ahead. It's the same thing in solo queue. It's the same thing in 5-man. Here, I'm taking the red. Now, I could give the red, but the reason why I'm taking the red here is simply because he's going to be dead for a long time, and to me, it's kind of pointless, you know? The other thing I could be doing, I could be encouraging my team to like, hey guys, we have an amazing team fight. Let's use our team fight. We have a Wukong alt. We have a Rakan engage. We have a Kennen alt. We have the Corki package. Here's another thing. Like, we're fighting when our ADC is still dead. Why? Why are we doing that? Why am I not pinging my team to back up? Hey, don't fight right now. This is not a good fight. Yes, I can't make my team not fight, but guess what I can do? I can get pinged and try and encourage my team not to do something. Here, you know, we made a great call, and we got them disengaged off, but look what I do. I leave my whole team again to chase after the Janna. Like, I'm straight up inting. I'm straight up inting my team right now. And I've done this multiple times. There's multiple times like I went out and engaged in the wrong champion. You know? So like I have to blame myself for this game. I have to blame myself. I can't blame my teammates. Most people would blame their teammates for this game. Like, man, I played so well. My team, they were bad. And my team's not even really doing that bad. Like, you just saw the stats. Like, they're playing fairly well. It's just I'm the one getting the kills here. You know? And it was just really unfortunate. It was just really unfortunate that in this game, I wasn't learning from my mistakes that I was making. Here, you know, we're trying to make a Baron call, be aggressive because they had 2 down, but they have 2 teleport in. What do we do as soon as we have 2 teleport in? 1, I miss my ult right off the bat. 2, we're not fighting as a group. We're disengaging in different ways. We're attacking the tank. We're not attacking the ADC.
Enemy double kill.
And once again, our ADC wasn't even up and ready yet. Like, you ask yourself, how do you lose this game when you're so far ahead, but you're making mistakes like this? Okay? And this is all just a super honest video, okay? Like, you're not going to have lots of YouTubers or people come in and make videos for you like this where they're breaking down their game and they're showing you the mistakes that they're making. The truth of the matter is, in the same way I'm doing this, okay, you're doing the exact same thing in your games that you're throwing and you're losing. I said, I'm a grandmaster jungler. I've been like top 50 on like 6 or 7 champions or something like that. And I can play every single role at a GM level, and I'm still making these mistakes. Vanquisher won, and I'm still making these mistakes. So if I'm having these types of massive mistakes in my game, and you're not even Grandmaster, or you're not even Master, Diamond, or whatever rank, what types of mistakes are you possibly making in your games, guys? What types of mistakes are you possibly making in your games? Okay? It's super important to learn from these mistakes. And so now, like, what we're doing is, because of all these small little mistakes, we have basically put ourselves in a situation where we have to make bad fights and bad engagements. Like, we really shouldn't have been fighting at that Elder Dragon, but we had no choice. The game's on the line now. We have to fight. And we had to give up this bot tower because if we sent somebody down there to fight the Darius, then they would take Elder for absolutely free with no contest. But nobody can fight the Darius because he has super minions, and he's a late game Darius. We don't have a champ that can contest with him late game, and so we lose. I mean, it's over. A game that was perfectly won, easily won, lost by small misplays over and over and over. And look at this. Let's just look at this. And like I said, my team didn't really do like bad. It's just they just didn't do as good as I was doing. You know, like, and like I said, I wanted to use this game because this is such a good game, showing little micro throws. But like, we owned them. We absolutely owned them this game. But we threw it. I didn't do my job in helping my team get on top of the ADC. I didn't do my job by engaging and refighting with my team. Like, there's so many fights where, you know, I didn't rotate soon enough. I went after the wrong champion. I missed my ult and everything. I bought boots too early. Chased the support versus going after a carry. Engaged on 4 when my team wasn't ready and basically damaging myself out. Staying at the blue a little bit too long when I should have just smited it and re-engaged. Going after the Xayah versus re-engaging back in on the Darius. All those little mistakes that don't look so little lost us this game. And like I said, once again, I could easily go in and say, you know, analyze my teammates' gameplay and be like, well, yeah, they made more mistakes than me, and that's probably what cost us the game. But that's not important. That's not important at all because I can't control what my teammates do. All I can do is control what I do. And what you can see, all these little mistakes, you see the ups and downs. I would bet that those ups and downs are close to where my mistakes are. It stops the snowballing. I bet I didn't do it, but I bet if we looked at it, it would show it. And then as you see, the bigger mistakes, they add up, and then boom, we just go down, and then they win the game. But guys, I hope this was a really helpful video for you guys. This is probably one of the most important videos I've made so far. So I really hope you guys watch this whole video and learn from this. Because as long as you're blaming your teammates, you're not going to get better. And I'm not saying that like some games aren't your teammates' fault. Like I said, even in this game, you know, if my teammates would have played a little better, if my teammates would have rotated better with me, fought better with me, you know, not split push so much, and we probably would have won this game. But the truth of the matter is, I'm the Fed person. I'm taking maximum responsibility. I'm going to focus on what I can improve. I can't improve my teammates. I can improve me. Me becoming a more consistent player, I'm going to do better. And guess what? In future games, I'm going to make sure I'm not chasing like that and I'm re-engaging in fights with my teammates. That's, you know, those are things. The biggest thing I'm taking away from this game is stop chasing, re-engage with the team. I think that's probably the biggest thing I can learn. So I hope you guys take your next game, find the biggest thing you can learn so you can improve as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming back to Wild Rift. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next video.